Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're back again with a super quick video. It's gonna be how to absolutely destroy the final boss of S6.3, and yeah, it's basically as easy and as simple as it comes. First and foremost, disclaimer, this is not my original idea. I saw some people kind of like mention it in chats, and then sure enough I looked up on YouTube and there is already a video of this available, uploaded yesterday. I'll leave a link to that channel as well in the video description here. However, I still decided to kind of like post a video about this because I think it is extremely useful tip tool, and basically I do genuinely believe it's gonna help so many of you save so many units when clearing Act 6, because it's just so darn straightforward and simple. But anyway, so before we actually get to the boss, we have to get to the boss, right? So I also wanted to point out that there is in fact the aggression fury lane, and as always, if you're not in a mood to have a proper fight against these 350k health pool opponents, or however stocky they are here, you can just cheese it with Heimdall and either Killmonger or Electro, and that is a fairly simple, straightforward way. So long as you have a 5-star Heimdall, 5 or 6-star Heimdall, and 5 or 6-star Killmonger or 5 or 6-star Electro, doesn't have to have any of these champions ranked. They can be rank 1 because it absolutely does not matter. And yeah, that's the only thing you basically need. You can play with 1 HP, easy, no problem. So basically that will take 2 spots on your team, or if you want to dedicate more to it, then so be it. And yeah, that is basically the way how are we cheesing our path this time. And it's also relatively much quicker than actually try and beat all of these opponents in a straight up battle. And then we're going to get to the final boss. And for those of you who are not interested in Aggression Fury cheese, more than welcome to go and skip till the boss. However, if you do like to see some big numbers, see this cheese in action, then you're welcome to stay and check it out. Now, at some point there, I actually had to cut my recording of the gameplay because I was at work and I actually, for a change, had to do some work. And as soon as I started recording, I lost a bit of footage, but nonetheless we can carry on from that point forward. I did end up using a revive on this path, but it's all fun and games, I suppose. Still much easier way how to clear this, even if you do happen to mess up, because you do not have to heal. Just revive your champion with the smallest revive you have available and you're good to go. As you can see here, we have slowly but surely pretty much made our way to the boss. Well, not quite. We still have 3 fights to do, but they're gonna fly by. So the basic idea is the fact that that Captain America Infinity War, in mix of all the troublesome nodes, has the one node for most part that majority of us simply ignored, and that's the one that gives him furies every 10 seconds for each debuff inflicted on him, and where there are a lot of buffs involved. There is typically a way how to abuse the simple fact that they are the buffs, and in this case probably make Kabam regret that they did not make those furies passive, but in fact an active fury buff. And yeah, so I assume actually Morningstar probably could cheese it as well to a degree, but in this case we're gonna go with Ronan, because Ronan's stun duration basically gets increased for every single buff opponent has. And that, however, means that with that node, where opponent can get up to like 90 furies or something like that, that stun is pretty much going to last forever. And you're going to be thinking, what if Captain America glances all of those level 1s and the stun doesn't trigger? Well, the beauty of it is that your stun is so long that you get many tries to apply that stun on level 1, and you will have time to drop multiple special attacks. So if one stun doesn't trigger, do not panic. Your original stun will be lasting forever, and you will get a chance to try again. Still, as we can see here, we have last 2 opponents left to beat before we actually get to the boss fight. And so first and foremost, we have to deal with Beast. As always, we are just striking his block while letting him build up those aggression furies. As a kind of rule of thumb, I typically like to get to about 15-20 furies to make sure they go down in one hit, so there are no surprises there. I do have to mention that there seems to be a change in this mechanic, because the first hit does not reflect the damage back anymore, and I definitely clearly remember that it does. However, the second hit still always deals the damage. So Kabam definitely has been trying to tinker with this interaction and this ability, but surprise, surprise, once again, they haven't properly done the job, and it still works, I suppose. So yeah, the last fight, Aegon. Again, we're just going to bring in our Electro with like 1 HP. Again, it doesn't matter whether it's a 6-star Electro or whether it's a 5-star Electro, or whether it's a rank 1, rank 3, or rank 5. Your base idea is you do not get hit or take any hits on the block up until the very last minute, when you have let opponent build up all of their furies. There are many, well, not many, a couple more videos available on my channel about this strategy and how to cheese pretty much every single aggression fury path you can find, and that includes, in this case, 6.3. So we are nearly there. Aegon's already at like 12 furies, 13 furies. We are just gonna let him accumulate a few more, and then gonna basically dispatch him with Electro's damage reflectability, and then we're gonna be at the boss fight. So nice 1.2 million damage, I believe. Some nice numbers. And yeah, so now we are at the boss, and now the main point of today's video. Here we are. So this boss is quite annoying, and typically everybody says you either need like Ghost and Hood synergy, or Corvus and some revives, or Stark enhanced Spider-Man. But here we're going to be trying out our Ronan. So the first things first, it is important to kind of try and place as many debuffs on him as possible early on. So you can accomplish that by simply parrying him a couple of times. For each debuff you do place on him, he gains a fury basically, and then he gains fury every 10 seconds. Again and again and again, and they will continuously keep on growing. And those fury buffs are active buffs, so at this point he's already at 13 furies, and if we were to stun him, that stun would last a really long time. Unfortunately, our first attempt did get glanced, but no big deal, because before he throws his level 3, he also is going to throw his level 1 and level 2 attacks. So it's important to kind of like use your timing, do not overshoot it, and land at least one stun before he gets level 3. Like here, our stun just landed, and as you can see, it lasts absolutely forever. So our goal is to get to level 1 and shoot it off as early as possible, because as we can see, the stun refreshed now at this point is already barely expiring, right? Because he has like 50 buffs at this point, and you have time to do multiple level 1s in case he happens to glance one of your level 1 attacks. It doesn't matter, you're getting time to shoot off another and another, and I can see at this point that stun is pretty much going to be endless. Additionally, obviously, Ronan does get a significant attack increase for every buff opponent has, and now we can see that the rank 3 Ronan without suicides, when he happens to crit, is critting for 50k plus on regular medium hits. So that is one beefy chunk of damage, and considering that Captain America will never recover from this stun, it's only a matter of time till you crit enough times to completely dispatch him. And that's it, easy solo from Final Act 6.3 boss. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it does save you some potions, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.